Good morning, everybody. We're ready to start building a pond today. I'm gonna start stripping topsoil with the excavator. I'm gonna go down there where the pond dam is and lay all the topsoil to the back side of the pond dam, and then start cutting out for the pond, stockpiling the topsoil to haul it there to the house lot. Got the machine warming up, just greased everything on it, and I'm gonna take that bucket off and put the grading bucket on. That just strips topsoil a lot easier and doesn't mix the clay in there with it. So let's get that put on the machine and start moving some dirt. Okay, got the grading bucket on now, and I've come down here to the pond dam. So pond dam's going to go straight across here, kind of following the tree line. And what I'm going to do first thing this morning is go through here and cut out all the topsoil, probably 20 feet wide, and lay it over here on for the backside of the pond dam. And what that's going to do is get rid of this seam of topsoil so I can put the new dam on top of that, and then I'll cut a core trench down through here before I start putting the clay in on top of the area that I just cut out. So got a lot of topsoil to move. I'll probably strip all this and then start stripping all the topsoil out of the pond area and getting it stockpiled. I'm getting the topsoil cut out now, and you can see a layer of sand, and that's I'm very adamant about trying to get that out. See the yellow sand right there? So the reason for doing this is, while I'm digging through here, is I'm cutting that out, because if you purely just put the pond dam on top of this, all your water would just leak. I mean, that's enough of pure like sand. What it would do is, the pond filled up, it would hit that layer of sand, and that water would just go right straight under the pond dam. So that's the whole reasoning. All this has to be cut out down to clay. And I'm not even digging the core trench yet. What I'm doing is just cutting all the topsoil and sand off of that, just so I have a good 20-foot wide strip of good material going, you know, under the center of the pond dam. It's not a huge pond. I don't have to do, 40 feet wide. Literally 20 feet wide is more than that, and then all this will just be the back slope of the pond dam. It's only going to be about 3 feet tall, maybe 4. But I want to get all that out just so that it's more than that 4-foot core trench, keeping all that out. Yeah, it's moving a whole lot more material, but you want to do that so you don't have a problem later on. Like I say, do it right the first time, you don't have to worry about it again. That being said, I have built a pond dam out of nothing but pure topsoil before, because that was all that was on the job site. And the deeper you dug, the sandier it got. And you'll probably remember that. That's the job that somebody else had went in on and built a pond and made a royal mess. I used it was the first job. It was the first job I used this machine on. And I was leery about it, but that damn pond held water better than half the ponds I've done. It was just something about it. It was sand, but it wouldn't allow water out. It was crazy stuff. With the depth I'm going down to a good clay right here that will literally not let water through. That's why all this turns to liquid when it gets wet, is the water, it'll drain through this sandy topsoil, but once it hits that clay, it lays in there, and that's what causes all this just to kind of liquefy. I love using this cleanup bucket for stuff like this. It's just real easy to see the different layers of dirt and scrape it off just nice and smooth down to that layer. With the tooth bucket, you know, the teeth are 12 inches long. It just mixes everything together. Plus, I can't do that. You know, nothing pretty. I'm just trying to cut that back so it's not a sheer wall of dirt that can fall over. Back into the cut I just cleaned out. I'm going to keep on cutting all this out, go all the way across the entire pond dam, and then I'm going to start baling dirt out of the pond, probably stockpile all my topsoil. I got a truck coming tomorrow to haul it up there to the house lot, so I will need to get a pile stockpiled for that. This right here is actually some pretty clean dirt, so I'll probably cut that corner out right there and use it. As you can tell, I got the topsoil stripped for the area where the dam's going to go. I had to narrow it up a little bit right there because I was running out of room to place it on the back slope, but that doesn't matter because all that's getting cut out all the way across because I'm separating the topsoil out because as you can tell there is clay below it that I'll be using for the pond dam, and then whatever's won't fit in the pond dam is going from here all the way to the wood line, and we're just going to raise this up however many feet it takes to get rid of the dirt. So I'm going to actually stockpile all this topsoil up there, so once all that's filled in I can spread the topsoil back over top of it and something will actually grow. I'm going to go over here and start cutting down that side, laying all the dirt up on that bank. Like I said, I have a truck coming tomorrow. We're going to load out dirt, haul it up there to the house lot. Probably need, I don't know, 12 or 15 loads or whatever. So I'll have plenty stockpiled, and then I'll waste the rest of it on that edge over there. So I'm on the near side of the pond, digging out all the topsoil and piling it up here on the edge. That's the water edge right there. This is what we'll take up there to the house lot, and whatever's left spread out over here. It's actually pretty decent stuff. It's got some roots in it, but it's sandy and pretty dry. Kind of mixing it all together. That layer of sand is still in there, but you take it and mix it with all the clay, it makes it all right dirt. So I may make one more cut and lay that, maybe cut that corner off. Because once I haul off 10 or 15 loads or whatever it takes, I'll have that much more room. So I can definitely spread that out very easily over that. Try not to have to move it as far. Keep all your close dirt to one side, and the less you have to move it, the faster it goes. making good progress. A lot of topsoil, which is good. It's easier to waste than clay. Nothing pretty, just hogging it out down to this clay material and stockpiling it, so I can spread all that out over that field over there and haul that up to the house. Like I said, the cleanup bucket works great for doing that. So I'm actually going to go all the way around here, I think probably to that pile right there, and throw all that up out of the way, and then may cut maybe like this much and lay it back over that way. I think that's about all the material I can waste on this side, and then everything else has got to go over there. So I'll go grab some lunch and come back. You can kind of start seeing the shape of the pond here now. It's going to be a kind of a big U shape or acorn, however you want to look at it. Getting all the topsoil cut out, windrowed up along the top edge. Like I said, we're going to haul that off, and now I'm cutting everything and transferring it back. You know, nothing pretty, just get a scoop and throw it as fast as you can. And I'll come in here and I'm getting down to the clay, and this is what I use for the pond dam. So I'll come in here and then skim all the clay out. It's probably a 2 or 3 feet layer of clay before I get into that gray dirt. This is good stuff for a pond dam here. It's a little sandy, but it's very mushy. That's what you want. Water won't go through that. If you can do that with it, you're good to go. Some good mushy stuff. All right, let's lay a little more dirt back. Go back at it bright and early this morning. Betty has a couple more parts that had to get ordered that will be picked up this morning. Should get that finished up this afternoon. And I'm gonna hop on the dozer here real quick. There's all my topsoil I piled up yesterday. I'm gonna blade off an area right here. Got a dump truck coming. The guy that's bringing that crushed concrete is gonna haul 10 or 12, 15 loads, however much topsoil we need up there at the house lot to grade out the yard. So there's a couple wet areas right here. I'm gonna hop on the dozer and just kind of blade this off. It's a pretty big truck and it's not the best off-road, so I'm gonna scrape some of this out of the way so it's a little bit easier for him to turn around and back up to the pile. Anybody need some topsoil? I'm sitting on a pile. I got a huge pile piled up here, topsoil thrown up all the way around the pond on that side, and I still got to cut all that out, but it's coming along good. I gotta go pick up the hoses for the loader, come back. I'm gonna take maybe a third of that and take it that way. It's closer and I think I can waste it over there, and then finish pulling all this out and I guess pile it up right here. That way I still have my access to take dirt around over there. A lot of work. Topsoil out to take up there to the house. Trying to get the cleanest stuff. About 20 loads, so we'll knock a good little dent in this pile. About 9 scoops is enough. The ground's a little bit soft, and that is not exactly a truck made for off-road use. Getting the topsoil loaded out. Gonna have plenty of dirt up there at the house lot. So if you notice, I'm moving the dirt that is absolute farthest away from where I'd have to push it with the truck. That way it'll save me time in the long run. that little soft spot right there. I'll put some more dirt in it. Five more truckloads to go, and then I'll have the dirt up there at the house that I need, and I'll be ready to start back digging the pond. So loaded out pretty much all of that. I'll get to probably right here where I'm sitting, the end of the machine. So I'll probably take, like I said, half of that right there and lay it up here. Because pretty much I'll have 20 extra loads of room to dump dirt at, since I hauled that up there. And the rest can go over there. Starting to look like a pond. Well, I got all that cut out and brought over here. I've got a mountain of topsoil, so hopefully I can waste it all over here. Going down here, I'm gonna start throwing that back, get as much as I can done before dark.